What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel. Check out the content. And with this being said, man, I wanna speak on Kendrick Perkins, man, and some of the crazy statements that he's still going around making about LeBron James. And I'm wondering, once LeBron James retire, like is his opinion about LeBron James going to is he going to try to switch up and his opinion going to change about LeBron James once he's no longer on that clutch payroll, right? Because some of the stuff that Kendrick Perkins say now is just crazy. So now I was listening to Scat, right? And Scat was actually he actually commented on some of the stuff that Kendrick Perkins said, right? So what I want to do is I want to play the audio from Scat and his reaction to Kendrick Perkins. Then I'm going to come back and give my reaction, man, because I just think that if you watch LeBron James play, then you listen to what these guys, like Perkins is saying, it don't add up, it don't match up, right? And so, with that being said, let's listen to what Scat had to say about Kendrick Perkins.
Well, it should come as no surprise whatsoever that this guy,
when it comes down to Braun and it comes down to him reaching the milestones and breaking records, and he's going to continue to break records. This is why he's the GOAT.
who has been clapping cake together on ESPN airwaves for years for his beloved king LeBron James, with such shameless drops as this one.
And so when I think about it, at this point, it's synonymous. It's synonymous, meaning one and the same. LeBron James is the NBA.
Which, sidebar real quick here, this is the kind of uneducated drivel that ESPN has been pumping out for years now. Did he just say anonymous?
It's synonymous. It's synonymous, meaning one and the same.
Yeah, glad he repeated himself and defined it, because anonymous does not mean one and the same. It means someone who is unknown. What this clown meant to say is synonymous. Anyways,
Well, let me just say this, right? And I said this before in videos about Stephen A. Smith and Kendrick Perkins. When ESPN wants a outrageous quote or something that's just like lacks credibility, they allow Stephen A. Smith and Kendrick Perkins to say stuff like this, right? Because remember they're basically, it's a opinion based TV, right? So the network ESPN can separate themselves from anything outrageous that Kendrick Perkins say and Stephen A. Smith say. But when they want something that is legit and they want something that people are going to take serious, then they have other people come on and give, like, set it up like, oh, this is breaking news. This is somebody just broke a story, and so, but they don't allow Stephen A. Smith or Kendrick Perkins to do stuff like that. And so that's their job, to come on and give these crazy takes and stuff like that. And ESPN don't care about the credibility of Stephen A. Smith. They don't care about the credibility of Kendrick Perkins, because they are expendable. And that's why they come on and make these kind of so-called hot takes.
there's no surprise that Kendrick Perkins was one of the principal bootlickers and jock sniffers for LeBron for years out of his alleged affiliation and ties with Clutch Sports. But look, Perkins, to his credit, has been reforming himself in recent years. Yes, because Perk has been critical to some degree of LeBron James, at least for the last year or two. But ultimately, we should all know that a zebra doesn't change its stripes, and this guy is still the same guy.
I'm going to tell you why LeBron has already surpassed Michael Jordan for his legacy.
And yesterday on the show, which he is most closely tied to First Take on ESPN, Kendrick Perkins was out here shilling for LeBron James. Yes, he had these pearls of wisdom to bestow upon us.
Everybody is waiting on LeBron James. Everybody, we just listen. Do I want him to hurry up and make a decision? Absolutely. But he is showing once again that he's still the most powerful person in the game of basketball.
Now, I think I don't know. I just think that LeBron James is good for like he good for content. You know, um, a lot of what's going on around LeBron James, in my opinion, is not even about it's not even about basketball. You know, it's like LeBron James is like a reality show. You know, and so and it's not substance to it, right? It's a wild claim, and you got his agent Rich Paul making saying all this off the wall crazy stuff. Then you have LeBron James acting like he is really somebody who moves the needle as far as winning in the basketball game. But a lot of that, it's not about basketball. It's about the drama that surrounds LeBron James. So this is, I guess, this like his era of basketball. That's what it's all about. It's about clicks and views, and it's more so about drama than it is anything else.
He's still the most powerful person in the game of basketball. Right now, guess what? Giannis then went to Miami. Jalen Brown has been traded. All these things have been going on. But the topic has been LeBron James. You know why? Because this is what we talk about greatness.
Oh, now he said the topic is LeBron James because of his greatness. It's not about greatness. It's about LeBron James being somebody who's polarizing. It's about his agent, Rich Paul, being somebody who's polarizing. Like LeBron James and Rich Paul, they're doing things that no other franchise type basketball player has done. And nobody has really been this polarizing, right? And the reason why you like Rich Paul and LeBron James are polarizing is because they're not really good at as great as they make themselves out to seem. Like Rich Paul is not a great agent, for so he has to come on and give podcasts and use a whiteboard and an etch a sketch. Like like he want like a great agent. When no one else, Rob Pelinka, David Falk, none of those guys ever did anything like that. They basically operated and stayed in the background, as far as you never had seen those guys out in public like that or was so public like that. Now those agents had control and they had leverage because of who they managed, right? Rob Pelinka had Kobe Bryant, and the other guy, David Falk, had Michael Jordan, right? So those guys had leverage because of who they were and the clients that they had, but they were not out front like that, and they didn't need to be out front like that because they knew how to do their job, right? And they did their jobs the right way. And so you have Rich Paul with all these smoke and mirrors because he's not a good agent like those other guys. And the same thing with LeBron James. Like you never seen any other basketball player be so polarizing. You know, um, so you can either be good or you can be interesting. And LeBron James, in my opinion, is he's interesting. He's good for like I said, he's good for clickbait and he's good for content. But when we talk about LeBron James, like when we talk about Steph Curry, we talk about his three, like how he shoot his three. We talk about LeBron James. Is not like what do LeBron James bring to the table? Like, oh man, his low post game is outstanding. His footwork is outstanding. We don't talk about LeBron James like that. We talk about things concerning LeBron James as being polarizing. Like this whole situation now where everybody's waiting to see where LeBron James is going at. LeBron James was in Cleveland. LeBron James was in Philly. LeBron James has been talking to Draymond Green. And so that just stirs up a whole lot of conversation and gets people to wondering like where LeBron James is going to go at. where will he go to play, and then on top of that, then other discussions tied to that, like, well, why would this team want LeBron James? What's the benefit to bringing LeBron James in? Can LeBron James legitimately help your team? But like I said, nobody talks about him as far as his basketball prowess. Everybody know he's a basketball player, but like what aspect of his game, you know, they never talk about any aspect of his game where he'll go and he'll be able to help this team get over the hump by doing this or doing that. It's more so the fact that LeBron James is polarized, right? So that's my take on it. I think that eventually all these guys who grifting right now, as far as LeBron James is concerned, like once he out of the league, I think the grift will be over. Then they'll find somebody else to grift on. But for right now, it's LeBron James. So that's my take. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, man, I'm going to check y'all out in the next video. Peace.